Heck, I was trying to make this a bit more interesting than it's going to look, but I'll try to keep it quicker this time. Second time recording this. Nice, good. Always good, always good. Always fresh. Daggone my pop filter, please. Por favor. Grazie. Um, Heck, so I've changed a little bit of my code. First thing you'll notice, no longer a square. No longer a square. We're going with triangles. Triangles show direction really well, and maybe one day I'll figure out how a square can show just as good of direction. But until then, triangles. As it look super cool. So you'll notice some differences. We're basically back towards hunger, by the way. So that's why that's all you'll see on the screen is the object and food. This is what it looks like right now. So a few things you can notice. It's a triangle. That's a given. One thing you might notice is that its motion is, so I know the last level was new motion. That was new content motion when, that's how it was behaving when it was content. This is new velocity. This is new. So my previous motion was based off of your new position is your current position, plus a number, +1, +2, and that +1, +2 was defining the how fast your velocity was, basically. So I was not dealing with acceleration. I was not dealing with changes in velocities for the most part. I was dealing in changes of direction, but I just, you can code that by saying multiplied by negative what it is right now. So very simplistic. This is one of the things I wanted to learn how to code. And it just took me a long time to find out exactly how I wanted to do that. Thankfully, the coding train in 2021, it looks like, he beat me by a year, but that's fine because I needed his code, his lessons to understand exactly what I wanted to code. And I will absolutely be copying and pasting the coding train's URL again, because for the most part that's my basis, probably for the next few videos, is he went through what is it a book, or is it technically just a scientific article written about simulating movement of autonomous vehicles, or defining movement of autonomous vehicles that can move. I think he said without a leader is how he defined it. Basically, move on their own, move without needing direction constantly given to them. They are running off of a code where they define their own direction. And that's what this is doing. One thing you might notice, after you notice that, is that this is my sketch right now. This is my main code, and I might find a way to put this on another page. I'm using multiple pages right now. I'm using two class pages, or 2 pages to define class, and then I've got my main sketch, and this is basically uploading all the pages into what you see, which is fine. And I have no idea what this is, so don't ask me. Please don't ask me. I think this is just defining the canvas as a square, which is nice, and defining the padding for the preview. So the code I based this off of is the name right here, Seek Code by the coding train. A lot of this was watching his video and either copying it exactly or making it fit mine, and I'll try to define what I changed to make it fit my code. One of the things you'll notice is that it's got a turning radius, I guess you could say. What that is instead of a bunch of if-then statements, which my motion used to be based off of saying if what you want is below you, then your new position is your current position minus 1 because you needed to go below yourself. So you needed to go lower in the code. Now it is saying is that this dot is now your target, or this food is now your target. What you need to do is assess where your target is, or your target's vector. You then need to look at your own vector, and you need to determine the best possible velocity, or the best. It took them a while to find the food. The best possible, is it finding the best possible velocity or the best possible So the desired, what is it? Desired velocity or vector? I guess the desired velocity. Basically, it's saying that at any point in time, it is assessing a direct line from it to its food. However, it is an object. It's supposed to have mass. It's supposed to have weight, and so it can't just immediately flip. And here, I can show you. So I'm changing this max force. I'll change it to 4. Now you'll see it almost immediately flip. Yeah, now it just jumps. So what that is doing, I'll change it back to 0.5. I think I had it at. Maybe I had nope. 0.15. So what it is now saying is that the object has defined the perfect velocity, the perfect path for it to get to its target. It will now shift to have that path. If you know the best road you want to get on to get to the supermarket, I guess this is food for it. You want to be on that road, but you can't just immediately teleport to that road. You can't just immediately get on that road, get on that path. You need to possibly change streets. You need to put yourself on that path, and the ability to do so is set as force. So it is applying a force every frame, and the max force is 0.15. I mean, it's every frame applying a little bit of force is a lot of force overall. But what it is doing, it is saying, okay, I need to apply this force, but I can only apply so much force per frame. And if it can apply more force per frame, that's why it's really snappy. If it can apply less force per frame, it takes longer to get to that optimal path, which is more realistic. You know, if you're making a turn, you don't just stop on a dime and run the other way. Well, you usually have to stop yourself, and you might see it. Yeah, stuff like this where it will do a U-turn is common, like that, but he has to stop and then he can readjust. So he is applying force to stop himself in one direction and go in the other direction. And he also has a max speed, so I can also change this to, this is going to get intense. Meow. He's now got a max speed of 60. And it's a little bit harder for him to find the food because he's going 60 miles per hour. It's like you trying to pick up a cheeseburger going 60 miles per hour versus 6 miles per hour. 6 miles per hour, it's slightly easier to pick up that cheeseburger. And actually, I want to see what 60 and 6 does. So this is, you're going really fast, but you have the, otherworldly ability to turn on a dime. Oh, heck yeah. Oh, did it break? Let's see if it, oh, interesting. It breaks after let's do 40 and 6. I don't know why that one broke, but now it seems to be doing all right. If you're just an otherworldly being and you have the crazy. Okay, it breaks there. Interesting. I'll have to figure out why it's breaking. Oh, no, it fixed it. Okay. And I think that's more of me defining, having a good definition of what it means to pick up that food. Oh my goodness, this is fun to watch. Now I really do need to make this an array and make every single thing. I like this. This is fun. I'm going to keep this for the rest of the video. There's not much video to add. But as you can see, I can now directly change its velocity at any given time, how easy it is to accelerate at any given time, in any direction. Accelerating backwards while you're going forwards, you slow down. Accelerating, or adding acceleration too, I guess. You can have stopping acceleration, and I might just be talking out of my face hole. I really like this. He's so aggressive in his food. Wait a minute. Okay. No, I'll change at the very end. So this is my food class. It's very simple. It truly is just that circle, and I don't even have the change in position in here. I have it in here. I need to change it. It's saying once you eat me, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go somewhere else. But what else did I add? One of the things that the coding train does is it had a constantly moving target, and this would seek it. But what he did was crud. It's like P5.copy.vector or vector.copy class, something like that, and he put that in the vehicle class, which is fine. And that it worked perfectly for him. What I wanted to do is I wanted to create a fully separate class and see if I could then have them interact on the main sketch, which I have allowed them to do. But in his example, he added not a subclass, but a copy of the class within the same file, within the vehicle file, and he defined that as the target. In my case, I want this triangle to do. Oh my goodness, this is getting hard to watch, so sorry if this causes any amount of seizing. I do not wish that. I'll back it down to 30. And a little bit better. But I'm going to want this triangle, this individual, to do more than just eat. I'm going to want him to determine if he's hungry, if he's thirsty, if he's hurt, if he's angry, if he's scared. All these different things. And so I'm going to try to build different classes and have them interact with each other, but I don't want to define everything through the vehicle class. Oh my goodness. Okay. Now to bump it up. Max force. Let's see if I can do like a max force at 20. Okay, so this does not work. Is it because the max force is 20, or is it because the max speed is 60? Oh, yeah, I actually wanted to 40 and 4. Okay, it might be because the max force is, nope. And I just need to define what it means to be. What does 30 and 30 look like? Okay. Oh, yeah, this is just immediately jumping now. This is fine. Hey, look at that. What is like 0.01? Now I'm just playing with it. Oh, this is going to take forever. Okay, this will be the end thing. Hopefully it finds its food. So, until next time we'll be doing thirst. I mean, that's what I'm going to. But I hope you enjoy. I know we're not doing Sentient Square anymore. We're doing Sentient. Nice. Okay. This makes me feel like, reminds me of the sloth in Zootopia. He'll come back around. Oh my goodness, it's gonna take a little bit. Ooh, what's like a max speed of 1, but like a max force of 100 do? Like it's just immediately a 1, I guess at that point. Yeah, it's just going to immediately jump. Okay, that makes sense. Um, he's doing such a good job. Obviously, he will not look like this. He will have to do, you know, a wider range of motion. I think I want 6, yeah, or 5. Um, yeah, he'll be doing something like this for the most part. I just wanted to see what it was like for him to constantly go to eat food. But until next time, I hope you enjoy. That's my daggone learning process. That's taken me like 70 years. We are now to level 11, though, or I guess we're going to be at level 12 by my definition. So that's exciting. Until then, I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you back here when I have time to work on this code again. Bye.